And another function of endoplasmic reticulum, especially rough endoplasmic reticulum, is the synthesis of membrane lipids. Most of the membrane lipids are synthesized in endoplasmic reticulum, and after the synthesis in endoplasmic reticulum, they may be transported to Golgi complex, and from there it may be transported to the plasma membrane. There are exceptions. They are sphingomyelin and some of the glycolipids. They may be synthesized in endoplasmic reticulum and completes or fashioned in Golgi complex. And in the case of mitochondrial and chloroplast lipids, some mitochondrial and chloroplast lipids, they may be synthesized by the enzyme. Those are present on the surface of the mitochondria and chloroplast. The lipid synthesizing enzymes, they are reside on endoplasmic reticulum with their catalytic sites faces towards the cytoplasm. So it can bring the components of the lipids from the cytoplasm, and it can be incorporated into the lipid molecule. And in the case of lipids, some of the lipids are glycolipids. Glycolipids are the lipids, those are glycosylated. Glycosylated means those lipids having carbohydrate moieties or molecules. So this glycosylation, that is also happening in rough endoplasmic reticulum. So the sugar donors of the glycolipids are always nucleated sugar like. Examples are CMP sialic acid, GDP mannose, UDP N-acetyl glucosamine, etc. So these are the sugar donors, and the glucosyl transferases enzymes, they transfer the sugar molecules from these donors to the sugar acceptor. So these glycosyl transferases, they are the enzymes, they transfer the sugar molecules from their donor to the sugar acceptor. Sugar acceptor, they are always a growing end of the carbohydrate chain. They may be attached to a lipid carrier. Here the lipid carrier is known as dolichol phosphate. These dolichol phosphates are hydrophobic molecules. They are embedded in the lipid membrane. So these dolichol phosphate, they are actually built up with 20 isoprene units. See, this is the isoprene unit. Likewise, there are 20 isoprene units. They are joined one after another to form a dolichol phosphate molecule.
Glucosyl transferases, they transfer sugar molecules from its own donor. Donor means that is always a nucleotide sugar like. For example, GDP mannose, CMP sialic acid, UDP N-acetyl glucosamine, etc. So these glycosyl transferases that transfer these sugar molecules, for example glucose, N-acetyl glucosamine, from their donor to an acceptor. Here the acceptor is the phosphate group of dolichol pyrophosphate. Actually, these dolichol pyrophosphate, they are composed of around 20 isoprene units. See, this is the structure of isoprene unit. So dolichol pyrophosphate, they are composed of 20 isoprene units. They are joined one after another. So from here we could understand that this is a highly hydrophobic molecule. So most of its portions are embedded within the membrane of endoplasmic reticulum, with the phosphate groups are oriented towards the cytoplasmic side. So here it is the dolichol pyrophosphate. The phosphatases enzymes, they cleave one of the phosphate of this dolichol pyrophosphate. Now the dolichol pyrophosphate that will become dolichol phosphate. Now the glucosyl transferases, they transfer sugar molecules into the phosphate group of this dolichol phosphate. Actually, this is happening in a particular pattern because N-acetyl glucosamine that actually transfers at first, and after that one more molecule of the N-acetyl glucosamine. So at first N-acetyl glucosamine, and after that one more molecule of N-acetyl glucosamine. So at two molecules of N-acetyl glucosamine join to the phosphate group of the dolichol phosphate, and after that the glucosyl transferases that adds 9 molecules of mannose into it. See, 1 2 3 4 5, then 6 7 8 9. Okay, 9 molecules of mannose. They are also joined to the growing end of the oligosaccharide, and after that 3 molecules of glucose also joined along with it. So altogether it forms around 14 molecules of oligosaccharide, and then the flippase enzyme that brings this oligosaccharide moiety into the luminous side of the endoplasmic reticulum. And here inside the endoplasmic reticular lumen, another enzyme that is known as oligosaccharide transferases that transfer these 14 sugar molecules into into a nascent polypeptide, or to the luminous side of lipid. Then it will become a glycolipid or a glycoprotein. So this is how the glycoproteins or glycolipids they may be synthesized within the endoplasmic reticulum. And another most important thing in the case of synthesis of glycoprotein, if oligosaccharide transferases that transfer the carbohydrate moiety into the asparagine of the nascent polypeptide chain, then these kinds of glycosylations are known as N-linked glycosylation, because this carbohydrate moiety may be attached to the nascent polypeptide chain through an amino group of the asparagine. And if oligosaccharide transferases that transfer this moiety into the serine or threonine of the nascent polypeptide chain, then this sort of glycosylation is known as O-linked glycosylation, because the carbohydrate moiety that may be attached to the nascent polypeptide chain through the hydroxyl group of serine or threonine. And another important thing is that these N-linked glycosylations are happening in endoplasmic reticulum, and O-linked glycosylations are occur in Golgi complexes.